Mic check 1 2. Going live in 3 2 1. Let's go. Let's get it. Today's day 85. No, day 86. Oof. Did I get it right on the stream? Let me see. Actually, I can just look here. What is that? Day 86. Got it. Alright, let's go see what today has in store for us. Looking at just here. I will be skeptical of shorts. Look at those relative equal highs here. This was 5:30 news, which did some good stuff. Wow. So anybody trying to pass the news? No way. Wait a minute. 5:30. Nah, maybe today wasn't so great. Went up 26 points, then came down 65 points. Yeah, with a 30 point I don't know, not so great, but CPI yesterday was perfect to pass news. Had to go. What would I be looking at? So this one I would be waiting for a close above those highs for a long, and then for a short I will wait for a close below this big guy here, and that is the gameplay. Until then, I do nothing. 15 plus. And yeah, and this is my bearish area. Poloko in the building, what's going on? Right there, and that is the game plan. Now, I could argue this down candle too can be used for shorts. Let me see. Something like that. And a closure below here I could try. Yep, that's good too. And in terms of longs, that is not a breaker. That here is the breaker. Okay, that looks. But we do have like a 15-minute point here where price lastly touched. That's all I can see. And then just above is a 15-minute scenario. Always gonna be something opposing, as I say. Favorable gap 15. All right, let me go look at the daily real quick. Monthly, not really. It's not gonna help too much here. Weekly, we are going towards the monthly low, but now the US will be hitting Iran very hard. I don't know if there's any correlation with the market you know, being bullish with the war going on. Anytime they're talking about, you know, getting a deal, this thing starts to go down. When the tension starts to get hard again, whatever, yep, this thing wants to go up. Kind of begs you to ask, why is the stock market going up when should it not be going down? Should it not be going down in times of unrest? Someone is benefiting. We are at this previous week low point. So let's go to the daily. I like to, well, from seeing this I can tell we could be bearish, man. Maybe we are taking a bearish stance. That to me I would say is the break of structure when this down candle closed below that low, but still within the bigger picture there. Let me do this from that low to the high, and let's mark those zones. This is just for, because I'm used to do this. I don't think it's needed though. I really don't think it's needed. Previous day high, we're at thou. previous day low down here, which we have already taken. And if we are ranging that, we'll see it. Try to go and take the previous day high. We'll see if that's what they want to do today. That'll be the previous day low. And then I like that midpoint for targets. Either to act as a bouncing pad for the next target or computer. Previous day Q. Come on. And I think we're good. There is like a daily gap here. I want to keep marking those because I've noticed they are, and 4-hour gaps too, 4-hour fair value gaps. Yesterday I didn't mark it because it was too big. So now I'm gonna have to mark them regardless of their size. Regardless of their size. No matter the size. How about we keep it that way? Now look at this 4-hour again here. This is what I marked. Now I have to mark the, I don't know what happened here, man. So kind of deep into that 4-hour, and then it just tanks. And this was huge, man. It was a huge run to the downside. 900, close to 1,000 points, and I was trapped in those longs. Trapped was the name of the game. 15 minutes waiting for a closure above that. I'm taking that trade. 1 hour, 4-hour daily. Poloco, I believe you're looking for a trade. Maybe you're in already. I did backtest your strategy yesterday, by the way. I only did four of them though. I take time backtest. Looking at so many things, I only did 4 entries. And the results are remarkable so far. 3 wins, 1 loss. But I'm gonna have to add a little bit more. So just looking at this down candle will be my 5-minute bullish order block. That 5-minute close setup will be right here. Stop that way down here. Look for 1:2. But in this case, I'm gonna keep a back testing because some of the 3 examples I saw didn't have to put the stop loss way below the 5-minute order block. If there's a 15-minute breaker, you could use it. The thing is, they can be scary sometimes because this thing can just come do this and shoot. But anyway, we'll see. Am I done in the analysis? The analysis number 4 hours, not so much to do here. So that will be above the previous day high. Not really. Do I still need to worry about? No, today I'm going to assume I don't even know it's there. But anyway, the brain likes to remember, so I'll put it in green if you remind it. What is this 4-hour fair value gap low? Let's look at the 1 hour. We are bouncing off something here. Maybe this order block. Now I'm starting to look at order blocks, listening to Kimmel. Order block inside a bigger order block. We are proving that we want to go the other way. I don't think today it's gonna be a fake out. They did fake out yesterday. So today it might be the real deal. Might be the real deal. Looking at the 30 minutes, we do have this bigger zone here that I'm going to use instead. And if the 15 minutes has that area, we'll use it. And it can be just as small as that one. And that could even prove to be better targets. I'm not in a position to take these trades, but I will be taking them soon. for now. I don't even have to go to the 1 minute. Just stay here on the 15. Wow, look at that. Will we not get any retracements now? Yo, look at this SMT right on the go. So I do hope we get a trade today. Done. Between ES, what am I looking for? Nothing. I only want to change the color to purple. Not visible. That's okay. And then look at this ES. That right there is a strong signature in my opinion, indicating that we will be looking for higher prices. Now we just got to this be the manipulation. I don't think so. We might be going back to bullishness. Looking at this, where's that guy? Papa here. I thought you already hit them. Tonight. Where? God help us. Oh yeah, I did bias. Good. So I'm gonna change the template here real quick. Is it they call templates? Just to look at all this structure together, I can say it's bullish. The 4 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour. Look at that. 15 minute. The 5 minute, we just closed. So looking for an order block to enter. I don't know if I should take this trade, man. Palok, are you taking this trade? And I'm gonna take it with you. How do I go back? Okay, then save. Should I just take this trade? But where will the stop loss be? Oh, yo, where's my EMAs? I'm sure they're not in line yet. Okay. You know what? I'll just wait for my system. I can backtest yours a little bit more. But I did do some backtest yesterday. Only managed to do 4 entries though. But that, whatever it looks like, will be something I would buy. But let me see if I can get my entry today. And then just ease into it slowly. 5 minutes. So one order block here, another one here. Just at that order block is a 30-minute last up candle before this decline. There's also another one here, 15-minute I mean. My opinion, that looks better. Previous day highs right here, bouncing off the previous day EQ. Everything is checking, yo. But could that be the manipulation? So NAS has taken this highs, ES hasn't. Why would you not want to take those highs? Why? I don't think there's any SMT here. I think they're coming for this high. The job it failed to finish yesterday. Now, can I get an entry? 1 minute. I will have drawn this guy here daily. Previous day high. I don't have them. Daily open. There's a gap here. which maybe months is coming for. Volume imbalance on the daily. Previous day low. Previous day high. I'll be back. Entry right there. I've manured. This needs to close. We'll see how it closes. $6.30. This one took out that low. Nas failed, meaning with an intention to want to keep going higher. OTE will be on the other order block here. Meaning my setup could be forming something and I'm gonna be taking that trade. Why do I have two zones marked? Why is that the thing? Oh, shorts. So this is not yet confirmed. We'll worry about that when we get there. Alright, so I don't have a zone, unfortunately, because I'll need to see a closure at least above the high. But this means this trade could go without me, because on the 5-minute, there's an order block right there that we just touched. Oh, the bias is confusing you. Yeah. Okay. Because the way I understood, I think that would be an entry. That stop loss is huge, man. Hey. And then keep going up. So for me, I still don't have a zone to use. I'm gonna have to wait for another 15 minutes, and that might be let's go to the 15. It's okay. It's right here. Last up, short down like this, took out this low. So this is the breaker. Now, also gonna be looking at anything on the side, which might be late. Here's another candidate. Gray 15. So I'm gonna have to wait for a closure above that for an entry. Ugh. Anyway, this time I think 200 points. Okay, we'll wait and see. Let's do untidy. Let me do this. But look, I think that was an entry. No, not to. No, whatever. But I should have taken it too. I was convinced, so yeah. Buy. And then it's easy to say that because it's finally going up. Buy is above here. That will show me that there's a breakor. And then let's focus on this one here. I use the 100 as the stop loss if we ever get down here. Okay, 15 plus. I want to show you a few examples I did yesterday, so you can kind of I have to wait for 11 more minutes with my strategy here. Maybe if this was a little bit steep into swing highs, I would maybe take that thing. Let's go to that bias. Should I have it on this side? But then how am I gonna see? them comments. Look at this. So what I was looking at, I did put, if it's clear, yeah. So I was like, yo, I need, all these time frames to be in line. So I was like, let me just put, each and every time frame. So the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour right here, the 15, 5, 1, 15, because I want to still, keep looking at those breakers. So all I was looking for is for all of them to be, bullish. This looks like it's biased, yeah, but I would still expect some bullish action, especially after the news right now. Trump saying he's gonna be hitting Iran tonight. Yeah, so, and when this war was kind of, at its core, if I would say that this thing was going up. So anyway, so then looking at the 4 hour, it looks like, a bullish structure. That's an order block right there. I started listening to Kimmel. Now I'm started to talk about the blocks. I'm starting to go back to looking at other blocks. There's interval on. So this is the whatever. And then the 1 hour, you can see it's bouncing above the order block, you would say that. And the 15 minute. So I'm just trying to make sense of it, like, bruh, this is 4 hour. So what I was doing is once I see this, I went for the 6:30, boom, and then wait for 5 minute order block. What is this, the 5 minute? But did we even touch any? Why does it look like we came back and touched? So probably I'll be waiting for, yeah, I'll delete that. Maybe wait for a touch on this guy here. So we got this one, we have this one too. And then the main one was kind of this one. But I'm not sure if that's how you look at it. So if I was back testing this yesterday, that would be an entry at that point, and then the stop loss below the order block. I don't know if I'm butchering this system. Let's just go for 1:2. Of course, I was also marking those previous days highs and lows, just to kind of see what targets we have. And then of course there's an imbalance here. So yeah, now am I getting there, or am I missing something? And then what I kind of noticed is it's not, I only took 4. My breaker was still right there, which just begs me to ask, is that what my strategy needs? Like, be in line with the 4 hour, 1 hour, with the daily 4 hour and the 1 hour. And then the strategy just becomes easier. The ones that just touch the break and just leave. I was practicing for FTMO, risking 1%, 4 entries, 5 hour. Whoa, this is the trajectory. We will be switching hard and only, taking with us what we need. Like that, I don't think I'm gonna let go of that 15 minute breaker. I think it's It's like a good bias confirmation too for the moment. So at this point, I think we're heading for that imbalance right there. Oh, loco. I don't know if you've seen that my analogy there. Let's go back to the old. The new will come. The new has come. I don't think ES is gonna not take those highs right here. London, what do they call this? Liquidity engineering. I'll push this to the side. There's always something opposing. Uh, 5-minute ORB. Let's see what it looks like today. No retest. Oh, we. And I think this is why people just, you know, at the point of the break, they don't wait for the retest. They just enter. No retest. Zoop. 15-minute. Wow. So 15-minute ORBians. And then they go to the 5-minute. If you're waiting for the retest, you didn't get it today. Break out an entry. Boom, you're in the money. 1 minute. Now, something is setting up here for me. Will I take this? That's a swing high. That's another swing high right there. Good enough. That stop loss is 150. Do I want to mess with this? What if this was the manipulation? Actually, can I have 2 of these trading views here? I think I can have 2 of them. And this one can be on the other. Yes, sir. This would be a nice place for an entry, man. Can I have this on the below? That looks like a very nice entry. So in terms of the whatever, my style, no break has been confirmed, so gotta watch out for that. Hey, man. I wonder if that's gonna be, you know, something I'll also add as I try to switch, that I still need a 15-minute order block confirmation, which sometimes could be late. Because even ES did not confirm that up candle with a body close. But we could still see this thing shoot up. But look, I'm curious, what did you see that confused you? Because honestly, I thought we were bullish. Just looking at what was printing at the time, everything was green. I wish I took a picture so I can kind of see also that I thought that was enough for me, so I can just take a screenshot, then go back and look at it and then kind of understand. I have seen, but I see bearish in daily. Okay. And whoa, you see bearish in yeah, wow. So I'm waiting to see if there's a bearish setup. There could be, actually. So then if I need to adapt to your style, I think I need to stop thinking about these ranges. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be tough. Because I was used to, you know, trading like the previous day range. Once we take the previous day low, I'm now geared that we're going to the previous day high. So already my bias is bullish, and that kind of negates what's really going on. Why? Mindset revamp. Okay, in the meantime, I'll just try to keep myself safe with the 15-minute order blocks. But yeah, we kind of look bearish. Yeah, look at that blue EMA on my system here. Just switched to, just cross down, turning bearish. So in terms of shorts, what was the plan? The plan was if we do close below this zone here, I'll be looking for shorts. But that's not the last down candle though. It's this one here. So let's just be more secure, if I would say that. What's going on? This is ES. Yo, my guy. Shift space. Abort mission. So a closure below here, I'll be looking for shorts. Why would ES not take those highs? High, high, but this high, higher, low, high, higher, high. Not convincing to me. This is suspicious. Suspicious behavior here. Why? Yeah, 4 hours creating lower lows, higher lows. So yeah, bias should be bullish, bearish. I'm in a sell now, targeting 1:1. Okay. Daily. So the daily doesn't have to turn black. Like red. I feel like if we start going down, this is gonna be clean traffic to these lows. I think so. Looks like clean traffic to here, but only one way to find out is when it happens. That's the sad part. This is not yet confirmed, so put it on the side here. So that 15-minute area acting as resistance. Weak, body weak, having a swing low. Console court encroachment, if I'd call it that. Just peep and leave. My brother. Wait till I get my own account. I'm gonna lose 10,000 a day and make 100 a day. I don't need to see it. Buy sell here. Trading. I need them here. I don't need them here. Okay, let's go look at the bias thing. Oh, 4 hour, 1 hour. This doesn't look so neat. Let me just do it this way. Previous day high. Previous day low. The half point level I don't need. Why not? We see price kind of playing so much around that area, so I think it's an important zone. It's an important price point. What could you watch? Are you watching the NBA finals? Let me ask. Are you into the NBA? So how do I get rid of what I'm trying to get rid of here? Okay, can have it that way now. Looks much cleaner. You can only be current interval and below. I don't need to see you up here. Yeah. I need another screen for my bias screen. 3 is not enough. 3 are not enough. Oh yeah. I think there's a time I was also to look at PD arrays embedded in other PD arrays. In this case, these two down candles inside the big one here, and easy to say though because it's happening. You see some crazy moves from the embedded PD array. I'm just putting here because if I was back testing thing at this is what I would have done from how I understand things so far. But my bullishness today would be fundamental, which will be what Mr. Here wants to do. Some mild news coming in 5 minutes. MES. Why am I on MES? Hey. Bruh. There you go. This is if we go short, so I will do this just for cleanliness. Cells below, and I don't like the way it looks. It's too bossy. Top, make it smaller, way smaller. That's okay. You can be in the middle if you want. Then resave that. Cells below, save, yes. So we'll be watching out for that. This is the last touch point. And it seems like there's another bounce point too. Today is kind of confused. This is giving some consolidation vibes here. Just as you said, Boloko. I just think it's suspicious how ES didn't take those highs. It's too close. This is like what they call, what does this real trader team says? Sell-side engineering, something of the sort. What does it call? Engineering liquidity. Engineered liquidity. I don't like this. Me do not like this at all. Two more minutes to the 50-minute closure. I still don't have a confirmed zone, so we'll have to wait for another 15 minutes until I get something clear. So the plan, as you see, is either buys for me, either buys above here, buys above here, buys above. Let me change this one too, it's too bossy. Buys above. Save as. Buys above. Exist. Yes. Oh, okay. What do you do for fun, if I may ask, apart from trading? So buys above here, sells down here. Is that a good plan? I think it is. I also have another candidate here I could use if we do buy above. That will be okay. That too will be fine. Too early. I wonder if this is, anyway, I want to get away from that thinking because it's kind of kept me from trades. But before, what I learned from, once there's a big news day, you want to wait for the afternoon to trade. Conditions will be much better. But the same advice also said a day before, after actually not after New York, after 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if the news is the following day there's news, so they stop trading, or rather watch out or we get into consolidation conditions leading to that news after, especially NFP. Wednesday after New York AM, we get into consolidation conditions. But looking at price for the past few months, the price action leading to this huge news has been nuts. It's been volatile. So I think this is a game of adapting, man. You gotta keep adapting all the time. You have to keep adapting. Conditions be changing. I think the only thing that stays constant would be how the market moves. When it moves does change though. How it moves the same. When it moves now becomes the question, in my opinion. Why am I still here? Go back here. This is my bias window. At this point, Poloko, so let me show you something. Are you still like, you got your stop loss and all that stuff? I got 13 minutes before I can do anything. Let me show you, kind of like, so I went down and wrote, I listened to that video again, Stupid Simple, and I kind of, was writing down what he was saying. Some places, to me, he was a little bit complicated, because I'm kind of watchful when someone is making something look so simple. Does not mean it's simple. But anyway, trade in line with the daily bias. So looking at this today, the bias will be bearish. But then again, maybe I could say bias can also be subjective. But, looking at structure right now, I think we could be bearish. We are. Second step is wait for manipulation. Did we get that today? That would be the 6:30. Yeah, we opened and we went down. Maybe we didn't take that low, but with ES we did. To me, I think that would be manipulation enough. What else? And then wait for 5-minute MSS. Would that be the order block formation? I think. So now I'm bearish. I was bullish before. Hey! I was bullish before. That's why I put this here. Now that it's going down, I'm now bearish. I need to backtest this thing a lot. Anyway, then wait for your time window, then look for 1-minute order block to execute on. And then he did another one where the market is in ranges. So you gotta be, careful sometimes listening to these gurus, because He said that, this is what he's used. And even when the market was ranging, he wasn't taking trades, which I do believe it's good. I think he might have mentioned he was not doing anything here. And then here he, was using that strategy and made a lot of money. But why do this one then? Trading in ranges. And I think this is a recent one. So this is not only what you do other things too. Which is honestly still the same thing. Not really, but kind of the same thing. But in ranges, which I don't think there's a problem anyway. He did mention about now looking for the bias from the 4-hour. Actually, he did say get at 9, then at 9:15 get your what did he say, like your points of interest, and then trade from them when we are trading in ranges. And then I was like, okay, let me just go. And then when I wrote down what you kind of wrote on the charts the other day, you're telling me about your strategy, and this is kind of what I back tested. This looks easy, but it's not. I think this is easy. This is easy. Now this right here, this right here would be now what, what that interpretation would now be subjective. I don't think this is mechanical. This will now be your understanding of what's really going on. I doubt. I don't know when price retrace back to my entry. I think that's good. Maybe that's what I'm missing with my strategy too. Like yesterday, I should have break even when that thing started coming towards me vigorously. I don't know why I stayed. I don't know why I stayed. I should have just break even or get out. But then your brain is saying, hey, what if this thing turns around? Look at what's happening here. We're getting a squeeze. And that thing is going the other side. EMAs are like stay away, stay away, stay away. Current interval only. Current interval only. What it is, I was saying this could be subjective. In line with direction again, that right there is the tricky part. This one. So this is why I'm saying sometimes listening to gurus, you can make it look easy, but when you go try it out, bro, in direction. And I thought this was just, simple. So Poloko, I just, even wrote your name. But is that right? So number one, the time is between 6:30 to 8:30. My time. You just specify. So you want the daily 4-hour and 1 hour to be on the same direction. Then you want to wait for that manipulation, which is 6:30 to 6:45 a.m. And then you want to enter on a 5-minute order block. On the 1 minute, when we touch the 5-minute order block. Your stop loss is, well, I do write beyond instead of saying above or below. So beyond will cover both. And then you want to go for 1:2 RR. So what am I missing here? Because this is what I was back testing. This right here. 4 entries, mid 5R, risking 1R. 3 losses, 1 win. Of course, also kind of trading in line with that breaker thing. What am I missing? All right, so 15-minute closure above these lines here, I'll be looking for buys. For shorts, I'll have to see a 15-minute closure below this sales line here, and then I'll look for shorts. Until then, I am staying safe. The EMA is all crowded up like this. Consolidation in whatever conditions. So looking at the 15-minute, okay, we are between this low and that high. So we'll be taking this low, or we will be taking this high if we do get out of this consolidation. Which one do I favor? I do favor taking this high. Why? SMT right here, and then ES failed to take those highs. I don't think that's an SMT. I think it will come back and finish the job, which is why I think this setup might work. Might work. That is what I'm thinking. Again, looking at the daily time frame, we are bearish. Looking at the 4-hour, we're creating higher lows. So the best would be to wait for the next day, I guess, for it to show us what it wants to do. To be safe. Otherwise, I don't know. Some of these days too end up being the best days ever. Oh yeah, you get a trade and it just flies. This is the last place the market touched before this decline. EMAs, I'm about to let you go. Or rather, EMAs will be for secondary entries. This strategy is proven to be break even. Is would I say it's break even? Yeah. Well, it's not break even. It's there's a small progress though. It has a small progress. But anyway, when it starts working, it works so well, bro. It works so well. Let's just keep reaching. So if I'm not getting a trade this morning, I'll be back in the afternoon, my time. The same direction, as in if it's a bullish bias, we want to see the market forming or have formed a current bullish PD area. Let me go to the bias window. So in this case, how would you interpret this? Okay, you already said it's bearish. Okay, and then now you need to see a bearish PD area on the 4-hour. And the 1 hour. the manipulation should happen inside a 1 hour bullish PD array. After 9:45. Manipulation inside the 1 hour PD array. Where's my 1 hour? What do you mean by 1 hour PD array, if I may ask? Like, so that would be the which 1 hour would we be looking at? The 5 to 6? I'll take a screenshot of that. Alright, we did here's another. Okay, no squeeze there. Okie doke, we are not getting nothing here. And so far we do have from this high to the high. Hi, hello. 3:20, 3 a.m. Look at that decline, yeah. So we do have a low, high, low, low. Let's look at gold real quick. And vice versa in bearish. 10 minutes, okay. Let me hide this. So I stay neutral. So if it's a bullish bias, we want to see the market forming or have formed a current bullish PDRA in the 4-hour. So I would argue the 4. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. Okay. That makes it more. Let me take a screenshot of that. Okay. So before, okay, so you need to see. Okay. Is that what he said here? Where's those notes? Wait for the manipulation to a key level. In this case, a 1-hour PDRA. Okay, Mr. Kimo. Wait for manipulation to a key level. In this case, a 1-hour PDRA. What's our 1-hour thing here? And then you can just wait for the days where you see that happen. It doesn't have to be a 1-hour PDRA. It could just be any PDRA, right? Okay. The 5-minute is giving like a nice squeeze vibe here. A nice squeeze vibe. I mean, in my opinion, how I interpret this is price wants to go. He wants to head on over to either side. This will be gambling. We are at the previous day EQ level, the half point. So what will they do? But I see we've taken out the previous day low. But we haven't taken out the previous day high. But if we are bearish, we don't have to. But I would assume they'll want to take the high even if we are bearish and then drop it. They did that yesterday. Will they do it again today? Only. Would this be... You know I'm still bullish. So a 1-hour order block right there. Just current interval only, you don't have to see it every that's an order broke. The 1 hour. We are dropping like it's hot. Not really. Go to my guy here. Sells below this zone here. 50-minute closure. and we'll be aiming for the previous door low right there. We do choose a side. This is very suspicious though. Very suspicious. ES is on some suspicious activity. Let's go back here. Wow. So the 1 hour closes in 5 minutes, and I think you could say that was the 1 hour. Man, now I might start going back to doing all these things, which you can still find a way to make it simple. Okay, I'm still waiting for a drop below here. We might get a short, but when I see an SMT form, I'm gonna get out. And then today's the day it retraces back and then goes and hits your TP. But wait, there's something I've not done. Oh, okay, it's connected. Oof. Never mind. My drawdown is 1300. I don't like that. That's not good. No way. My Apex accounts are suffering. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. It will be fine. The long position here will be smoked. Will be smoked. Smoked. I need more practice on that bias thing. Need a lot more practice on the bias thing. Bias thing. What am I doing? Just okay. But I think for now, I'll just, use the 15-minute break, because I think that's gonna keep me a little bit safe. And then for now, so 6:30 manipulate into a 1 hour PD array, and then it's game on. One minute, then we'll see how this closes. We might be closing below this guy here. Maybe look for a setup. So ES is about to take that previous day low. Story of the game. Either put in the stop loss and just submit. Getting out early has advantages and has disadvantages. get in, submit, get smoked. Get in, get out, lose out on a good trade. Aish. Yeah. I think for me, I just chose to submit. Once I get in, I'm staying, which is hurtful sometimes. Like the day before yesterday, I took that loss. Or was it yesterday? But because of other times coming out early, now I don't want to get out. I feel like getting out though early has a high win rate. You look at it in terms of how many times you benefited for getting out early. I think it's more beneficial getting out early once it starts coming against you. What do you think? Or not? So have we confirmed that zone? I think we have. Did we close below? Yes, we did, with a little bit of, so now it was aggressive. This will be my entry here, like this, stop loss up, and then just go for 1:2. In this case, I can see the previous day low is right there. I do think this is clean traffic, especially on ES to these lows here. So I think that 1:2 will be safe. So no, look at that, just touch, and sometimes that's all it does, and then just leave. I'm not confident taking those trades with this strategy, with the what I have right now. But I don't know why. If I did this the last 2 weeks, I'd probably be done and funded, and probably even just close to a payout. And it don't even have to go to the 1 minute time frame, or I just go to the 1 minute time frame for the entry. A little bit risky in case sometimes it will come up, take you out, then go away. But if I knew any better, this is what I would have started with from the word go. I feel like it's just a straightforward strategy, man. And then now that I'm back testing, but even though I've not really understood that bias thing, but looking with the direction, just looking at the direction of the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and also the daily, I think it might make this thing to be a little bit dangerous. But then again, that's what you think until you start testing. That's when you see how it really is. This was supposed to be somewhere here, that squeeze, and we went to the downside. This right here can also be a strategy, honestly. Just waiting for squeeze, and it breaks out, you get in, and then see how far it goes. And it might be a good deal actually, because you can just do something like this, and your stop loss just above, just at the line, because it either keeps going down or it fails, or it comes back and takes you out. Has a win rate too. Looks good on paper until you try. These squeezes do happen all the time. There's one here. Here you can see it. Chose that side. And whatever. Anyway. So, do we have a trade or not? We might have a trade here. If we are going back into this consolidation thing, that would be bad. No SMT, Let me make sure I took a screenshot of that. All right. For me, I'm gonna wait for the EMAs to line up for my normal entry and then get in on that sell. So this is a breakup paired with a 15-minute fair value gap here. Oh, not yet, but we'll see. Again, watchful of these highs that ES left. This looks to me like unfinished business. Let's look at Dow if it did the same thing. No, Dow took those highs. So ES is the only one that did not. If I get smoked today, we're going back to 51,200, 51,100. Hmm. $129 so still doing only be one micro, one contract. That's close enough. A closure below that trend line, I might take this trade. That is close enough. Let's go. Actually, you could also use this plus sign here on the right. Click on it, add an order. I'm selling. I don't need that no more. So $300. Ooh, hey, to make 600 on a day like this, I don't know about this one, yeah. I do not know about this one. Do I want to take this trade, y'all? I have to. Well, some of these days could end up being the best days too, where it doesn't look like it's gonna do anything. Mm. Oh yeah. Do not give me a signal if you don't intend to go down, please. Please. But everything checks out for a short. The only thing I don't like is ES and those highs that it has right there. I give them a different color. Hmm. So that whatever position will be about to get smoked. Where is it? That one right there. 21 points away. Alright, back to that 15 inverted. Oh, fair value good. We're switching sides now. I'm still bearish until the blue crosses the 50. Now I have a better deal actually. In terms of an entry here. So maybe somewhere here. But then order is limit we're selling by 163, so we can do 327. Can I send this to the back a little bit? Okay, I don't know why my OBS just went black. Okay, it's back. Consolidation vibes. Okay, yes, we do have a weak body week. You know. And then this guy, we can just concentrate on what I'm seeing. Just a small 15 right there. And rip into the other side. What in the world? Hey, what a day. So yep, that position would have been smoked. Excuse me. So that would be an entry, but never gave you 1 to 2. No entry here. Maybe that was close enough, but no trend line. Maybe here. 1 to 2 real quick. On the 15 seconds. Let's look at the 5 seconds. Fractal price action with more opportunities to win and also more opportunities to lose. But with this momentum at 630, I think this would make you money real quick. My opinion, the 5 seconds. But price is fractal, so you also same thing. All right, let's just go back and focus. Yeah. Plus, you gotta give, give yourself room for mistakes. You're gonna make them. Give yourself room for mistakes. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Okay. As long as the blue does not cross the 50, I still do have a trade. No, I was thinking this SMT here. Previous day EQ. Mistakes. It might still turn around. I kind of like that rejection around this area. ES has a weak body weak. Now I kind of use that as support and resistance. Works. Sometimes it doesn't. But even if we come and close up here, it will be used as support. Unless, of course, we're consolidating. Now, I also need to be careful what I'm saying here. This is not good. This could be If I took out all those drawings, this could be what is called what is this, bruh? Well, it takes one side and then goes and takes one side, like the triangles on the other side. There's a name ICT calls it. I can't, it's not coming in my head right now. So we've taken out this low, this high, took out that high. So if you draw a triangle, it's converging, diverging. Now I have to look what is to diverge. To separate, draw apart. Yeah, so it's diverging. While, yeah, those are the worst conditions to be in, unless you know what you're doing. So I would say, looking at something like this, this is diverging, which is kind of what we're seeing here. Seek and destroy is what I'm looking for. And then the other condition is converging. This way we can tell it's, you know, it's gonna pop over one side or maybe fail then go the other side. Like kind of what we had here. Price converged and then broke down. But now looking at the 15-minute, this is more of diverge. Seek and destroy conditions. Dangerous place to be buying and selling. This is where one trade a day, you know, gives you an advantage. See that? Takes out one side, takes out the other side. So in this case, if you kind of maybe somehow know that's what's going on, once we get back into the range, you can buy and aim for the other side. If that's what's happening. But it's kind of obvious. You can see it. Let me see if we can see where it started from. Which high? Don't use this one. What did I see? This one here. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. We're still forming higher lows though on the 15-minute. So, let's go to the bias window. Bias window. Green, daily, red, 4 hour, green 1 hour. Maybe one day we'll keep it simple and only look for 1 minute breakers and just trade those blindly and see how many how many wins or losses you can get. Let's go for 1:2 one day. Look at this one. Last down candle before you went up. The confirmation right here, that will be your entry. Cover all fair value gaps and go for 1:2. Or in this case, I'd go for these lows maybe. One day. One day, here's another one. But this one was not engaged. And let it go. Vicky, let it go. So up to now, there's been 2. Well, assuming you enter and just wait. When I finally do get a payout and I have some, some money to put aside for whatever, I'll have an account. I'll call it I'm bored, do whatever account. I'm bored, do whatever strategy. And just trade without caring. Any PDRA I see, I'm taking it. Any strategy, any breakup, whatever. Today's kind of a funny day. Wow, this breakout was nice actually, coming from a 15-minute fair value gap. And can that, okay. How about this one? How would I? Well, honestly, I'll never trade that because I just confirmed a 15-minute whatever. Well, if I was to trade, I'll just do it blindly, probably, maybe. Just enter when I see a breakout in the 1 minute. I'm going in. $86 days, 4 months, 6 days. 4 trading months, 20 days a month. All right, so my 16 crossed above the 50, so any short plan is thrown out the window. Any plans for going? Apoloko, where's your TP? Where's your stop loss, if I may ask? Above the order block here, this one or this one? Because this thing will either do one thing, well, it's obvious, but it will either come and take, at least get down here or go up. You should either do one of those. It'll either do one of those. Back to the bias window. Look at that squeeze right there. But on the 15-minute, it's dive. So this is converging. 15 minutes is diverging. So within the big diverging 15-minute was a converging 5-minute something. Which you can see here. Look at that. Bum. Bum. So it broke down. Let's just assume that's a higher low and then keep going down farther. This 15-minute here is confirmed, but it just failed. Bruh, today is quite a day. Maybe this won't happen. This is not good, y'all. And assume total control of their oil and gas markets. Okay? Jesus, much like we have with Venezuela. If you are in a country that has oil and gas, but your government is, messing, not doing nothing for you guys, then someone else comes in and takes over, which is just wrong. But it starts working for you guys. You start seeing the benefits of it. Tricky. Anyway. $6.30 manipulation into a 1-hour PD array. You can even have one trade a week and you'll be fine. Oh, people watching, can I get some likes, yo? 2 likes. Salome is not here today. Oh, she said something. She put her hands in the air. Prof is off for 3 days. So who's the 4th person? Poloko Salome. Who's the 4th person? Say hi. Write something on the charts. Are you trading? Are you not trading? This doesn't count anymore. We have ripped through the so-called SMT, and I think the one we have would be the high, low. I still think, again, as I've said 1,000 times, this is suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Where are those emojis? Where is the money sign? Right here is some liquidity. Does that look like money? Money. Up there. If I was trading ES, I would, maybe see if we can get up here, but me and my breakers. All right, we are flipping to the other side. Up, down, maybe going back up here now. 8:15 p.m. So we've taken anything London lows and maybe early New York. You would say that lows within the New York. What are we likely to see here? Fair short of the previous day low with a I wonder how many points this will be compared to ES. Is there a way to calculate that? I'm sure there is. 6 points on ES. How would you do that compared to NQ? Let's find out. 1 NQ points plus ES points. Someone is saying they've done the research and NQ is 7 times more volatile than ES. So every one point ES moves is on average 7 points NQ. If that was the case, then this will be 42 points. 42 plus points. 50 points. Makes sense. Hmm. If I traded the afternoon yesterday, that was a really nice trade. The trade was good. Is there anything I'm missing here with my 15-minute zones? Buy still above here. 16 minutes to go. And that right there is good too. Alright, 15 minutes, 15 more minutes to go, and I'll call it a day. What to expect on a morning after the red news. We didn't see that yesterday though. Market was volatile in the morning. So it's not like a hard written. It's not like it's a hard written, scenario, but whoever said it will be, I'm sure will make a video today and say, you see, this is what happens. This is why I tell people don't trade that New York AM after red news. Wait for the afternoon. But they won't make that video on the day where that doesn't happen. So that was quite confusing when I was a beginner. Say this today, tomorrow you're saying this, yow. Man, it's okay. We still have one more day. I think I'd be careful trading today, honestly, trying to look for setups today. Did it take you out? It looks like they're doing that seek and destroy thing, going up and going down. So, I mean, I'm sure it will eventually break out, but up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, kind of maybe stay away. Or maybe try in the afternoon. Or do your thing. I don't know. I might tell you to stay away, then it finally pops. Yeah. I think for me, I'm gonna stay away. I only have 13 more minutes. After 9 a.m., I'm not interested. And probably that might be the time now the setup will kind of form and it's all good. I'll come back in the afternoon, see if there's something I can get with that 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time candle. My time will be the 12 to 1 candle. But these conditions, man, they can, if you're not careful, they can take away a lot of your progress. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, man. Taking so much time trying to, I mean, it's not bad, but I'm not a huge trader, so why am I trading like a huge trader? It's like I have $1 million. I don't. What if I start trading some base hits, Would that be so bad? Would that be so bad? I have my high time frame levels. When we get the reaction from it, just put on a trade and just take a little bit. Bearish engulfing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The previous day EQ level, previous week level. Bye. Looking forward for 3% payout on Monday. I was ready for 100K. Passions, patience. Looks like there will be a setup here. Maybe I would say no. I'll still need a closure above that 15-minute one. I think I'll be back in the afternoon. There might be something clean then. There was a clean strategy setup yesterday with this thing in the afternoon. Right about where? Here. The 12 p.m. candle, 15-minute had just formed. Let's use this here. Reverse a little bit. Switch to the 15-minute. Is this? Yes, this is today. Okay. This guy here, 15-minute. That was dramatic. You don't have to. So the breaker in this case yesterday, I would have used this guy here, or even use this one here if you want. Doesn't matter. Gray 15. So hopefully maybe today we can see the same thing too. So that was confirmed at 11:45 to 12. That's the 11:45 to 12 p.m. candle. We close below that zone. So going to the 1 minute. 12 p.m. candle will be here. Look what it forms immediately. A retracement back to the 50. And that's your entry signal right there. Or if you really want to wait for the cross of the EMAs to line up completely, that will be the entry. 80-point stop loss, so looking for 160. So 1:2 will be right before that previous day low. Now this would have been scary. One of the examples where, you know, maybe getting out too early would seem like it's good, but you know, would have hurt you. So came down to 1.19 1R, then reversed all the way 1250. Scary. I like to be at break even at 1250, so probably in this case I don't think I would have break even because 1250 was already in drawdown. I probably would have given it some time, maybe. And then we shoot down, right before 105, just about to get to 1:2, 1.9. Probably I would trail this, but it does. Where's 110? 110 is right here. So that would have closed me out at 1.45. Unless, of course, I get up. But then I think I'd wait. Just to see, because but this is today's previous day low, so you don't really know. If I was trading CFDs, that would probably, you know, still hit my TP later. Bum. But futures, guys, that will be 110. FundedNext will close you out here. That would have been a good win. All right, so maybe today we might see the same thing in the afternoon, so I'll be here, see if I can catch that. Six more minutes. I think no trade for me today. I didn't see anything on the 15-minute time frame. We did confirm this bearish one here, but the price just reversed back into I was waiting for a close above this high. retest keep going up high or not, or this down here close below retest keep going down, but nothing. I'm really concerned, not really concerned, curious to see why they left this here. Too good. Too good. Too good. What if this is what they're doing and then come take sell sides, trap shorts, and then tomorrow whew. All right. Oh, what happened here? Loco, let me show you some examples of some backtest I did yesterday just to see if it makes sense. But the main thing I've gotten is the manipulation. Okay, not yet. I'm still in, but it's close to my stop loss. Okay. Ooh wee. All right, 2 more minutes and then I'm done, man. Why do I think they're gonna choose a side after 9 a.m. my time? Anyway, here's like an example on the 24th of February this month. So this is the daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, 5, blah blah. So this is 6:30 in the morning, and maybe I should do that before. No, so this is after the first 15 minutes, and this is a 1 hour time frame. So this right here manipulated to the 1 hour order block and something like a small fair value gap right there. Does this look bullish to you? Because for me, I saw this convergent thing and I'm thinking that we're gonna break through. And then the 4 hour look good. The rejection to the upside. And then the 1 hour down to the order block and a small gap. And then the 15 minute, it confirmed that breaker for me. So 5 minute order block, set my entry right there, and I thought my stops would be below this swing low here. Maybe the stop loss should be down here, but I was also looking, you know, for the stop loss to be at least below the 15-minute breaker. But and then here's the after. That thing just come, touch the 5-minute order block and flew. Took a while though. It took a minute, but what do you think of that example? Am I there? Is it coming through? Is it making sense? So, okay. Is the order block and the fair value gap the only PD area you're looking for in the 1 hour, or it can be anything? Is the second day? Well, another day. Which day was it? So I couldn't find another day until the 2nd of March. So 25, 6, 7, 8. Looking at this, the daily. Wow. So this was that breakout, then we came back or whatever. 4 hour looks good. The 1 hour, didn't see so much manipulation, but I was also looking at this breaker here. Last up candles before we showed down, it kind of closed above it. 5-minute order block. Voila, winner. Where's the other one? This was a loser, although had some money. I don't know how I interpreted this to be bearish, but this one I didn't take the picture of the before, otherwise everything was kind of red. But the 1 hour might have not manipulated into anything. Maybe that's why. Maybe I'd have argued this down candle before we shot up to the breaker, and then the last day here. This one I think I have a before and after. Bullish. The 4 hour look good. Even if we are at the previous day high and there's a volume imbalance, it just looked bullish to me. Sitting on top of a breaker, coming from a fair value gap within the breaker. 5-minute order block confirmed right there. Stop loss entry at the 5-minute order block. So in this case there was 2. I thought this one was kind of too late, so I just used the bigger block. And voila, 1:2. This one took a while too. It's only 4 entries though, so with the understanding I have of. So far, just looking at that with my 15-minute breaker, oof. Maybe that might have solved a couple of problems already. But we'll see how that goes. What did I close? What did I close here? Alright, it's 9 AM. I'm gonna call it a day. Well, call it a morning. I'll be back in the afternoon, my time. Or right before afternoon. So, yep. What a day. A dangerous day to be trading, I think. Easy to say because it's that's what the morning looks like, but it had some potentials too. Up, down, so we are within this low and that high. And the converging thing is now done. I don't see it no more. Well, now I see a diamond. I see a diamond though. It looks something like this. I've never seen a diamond before. Yeah. Look at that price forming for diamonds today. This one would be somewhere here. What is that now? That ain't right. Yeah, guys, as you can see, someone is bored here. We have a spaceship pattern. Oh Lord. Look at ES, man. He wants to go and take those highs by the looks of what I'm saying. Anyway, I gotta go. It's 9 a.m. Been here for 2 hours now. Plus, I'll be back in the afternoon to try see if I can get something. If not, I'm gonna have to wait for tomorrow and see how that goes. All right, Poloko, thank you for showing up, man. As always. Yep. I am currently it's okay. It's not like you lost a lot. It's only what 1%. That's okay. No need to be disappointed. If it could have worked, it could have worked. It is human to hesitate. It is human to second guess. Mistakes will be made, and it's all good. Your strategy should also have a space for mistakes. They will happen, and it's all good. And then look at the condition today. This is seek and destroy, man. They're just taking the market up and down, messing up a lot of people. If you don't know what's really going on here, because price is diverging. It's now converging. Well, it looks like a triangle here, but before there was like an opposite triangle forming too. So up, down, dangerous conditions, man. Dangerous conditions. I mean, if you're selling and buying and timing it right, you're gonna make money. But it's also possible to do the opposite too. Buying when it's going down and selling when it's going up. That's why you have like a stop loss limit every day. A stop loss limit. 1.5 hour loss done for the day. So if you're within your stop loss limit, you're fine. Your stop threshold. There's no need to be disappointed. It's all part of the game. And then kind of what you said, I was really looking forward for 3% payout. It kind of reminded me of that time I wanted to get to a profit of $2,700, because I wanted to withdraw that and pay rent, because I didn't want to go to some hustle I was hustling at the time. Like I couldn't see that I'm up $1,600. Like I could have just withdrawn that and then get my refund. So focused on $2,700 that I forgot what I had already, which was $1,600 from a 25k account, man. And then I get into a trading spree, sell, buy, sell, buy. Before I know it, I didn't know my drawdown was trailing in terms of the end of the drawdown, because I was thinking as long as I'm above 25k I'm fine. So I took that account down to 25,100, and I finally closed the chart and said I'll be back the following day to try. And then I get an email that afternoon, you have breached your account. I'm like, what? How? I'm still above 25k. Oh, the drawdown was trailing. I didn't know that. That was quite unfortunate, because I thought the drawdown was static. That was quite unfortunate. I had missed that point, that detail. Otherwise I would have stopped earlier. Oh man, that took me out a little bit. That took me out. Actually, let me see if I can find that Nini so I can just show you, man, visually. And then I'll close. That one kind of and I think after that I don't even think I've traded again. I just went back to work. I went back to work. Yeah, here it is. Let me there we go. So I had the funded account from the 23rd to the 30th. This is back in 2023. And I was also like kind of, I don't know if you can see this, Control Plus. I was tracking like the progress. Which one is this? Was I not up at 20? Look, at some point I was up $26,400 in profit right here. And the reason why I keep saying 26,700 was there was a time, I think it's this, which day? I was up like $500 and I still decided to stay, and it reversed and took me out. So I still remember that trade like it's yesterday. Like it's funded, it's $500. You are outside of your trading time. It's what, at night, 11 p.m. Why is it that I didn't close? Because I wanted to get to the 27,000 fast. Now this is that one day where I got into that losing spree. Now see, I'm still above 25k, but they were calling it the running equity rule. Man, I don't know how I didn't know about that, because in my head I'm thinking my drawdown will be 27,500, 24,750, 24, whatever, 23,500. Oh, that took me out. That one took me out. What is it? What was I trading back then? I don't even know. I was looking at 4-hour ranges and then waiting for price to get to the discount of the 4-hour range, and then, you know, looking at many things. So this one went down, then I added a little bit. Wow. Anyway. Intense win, but that win is a win. I was very much a reversal guy. Anyway, it is what it is. That one took me out. Psychologically, it was a miss. Okay, closing scripture. Wow, these guys have chosen a side. Should I stay and look for a trade? Should I stay and look for a trade? Because we've now closed above the breaker here. Either this one, actually I just combine them, or this one in here. Should I stay and wait for a trade? Because sometimes the morning can, range a little bit, and then after 9 it starts. This is looking good. Yeah. The retracement back to the 50 signal. We see if we can get up here, maybe. You know what? No, I'm out. I'm out. I'll be back in the afternoon to see if there's anything in there. Alright, so the closing scripture right there, to the only God, our Savior, through Jesus Christ, our Lord, be glory, majesty, dominion, and authority before all time and now and forevermore. Alright, Poloko, Salome, thank you for engaging with me today. I'll see if we can get a trade in the afternoon. If we don't, it's all good. If we do, it's still all good. We're still fighting, still progressing or whatever, and trying to get to that funded point, while still seeing how we can pivot to make our lives easier, man. 80 days not being able to make 8% is kind of worrisome. Still break even, which is not bad. Yeah. Alright, Marina Capital, and I'm out. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.